The name of our topic is Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. So, in this particular video, we are going to study about first, the factors which are responsible for natural vegetation. Second, we will be discussing about the various classification of natural vegetation, that is the forest, grassland and shrubs. And thirdly, we will discuss the conditions of natural vegetation in polar region. So let us start. So the first thing is about the factors which are responsible for natural vegetation. So what are the factors of the vegetation? So the type and thickness of natural vegetation varies from place to place because of the variation in certain factors. Now hence the growth of the vegetation depends upon first temperature, second moisture, third slope, and lastly on the thickness of soil. Now due to the variation in the factors, natural vegetation is generally classified into three broad categories, and these categories are as follows: A. Forests, B. Grasslands, and C. Shrubs. So let us discuss these three. Forests are defined as which grow where temperature and rainfall are plentiful to support a tree cover. Now, depending upon these factors, dense and open forests are grown. Second subtype was the grasslands, which grow in the region of moderate rainfall. And last were the shrubs, and these thorny shrubs and scrubs grow in the dry region. Now we will be discussing these three in detail. First, let us talk about the forest. So forests are classified into 6 categories. A. Tropical evergreen forest. B. Tropical deciduous forest. C. Temperate evergreen forest. D. Temperate deciduous forest. E. Mediterranean vegetation. And F. Coniferous forest. Now we will be talking about all these 6 in great detail. First, let us discuss about the tropical evergreen forest. Now these forests are also called tropical rainforest. These thick forests occur in the regions near the equator and close to the tropics. These regions are very hot and they receive heavy rainfall throughout the year. Now as there is no particular dry season, the trees do not shed their leaves altogether, and this is the reason why they are called evergreen. Now the thick canopies of the closely spaced trees do not allow the sunlight to penetrate inside the forest even during the daytime. Now hardwood trees like the rosewood, ebony, mahogany are common here. The tropical evergreen forest in Brazil is so enormous that it is like the lungs of the earth. And anaconda, one of the world's largest snake, is also found in the tropical rainforest. Now after discussing about the tropical rainforest, let us move on to discuss about the tropical deciduous forest. So tropical deciduous forests are the monsoon forests which are found in large part of India, northern Australia and in Central America. These regions experience seasonal changes, and these trees shed their leaves in the dry season to conserve water. The hardwood trees found in these forests are sal, teak, neem and shisham. And hardwood trees are very useful for making furniture, transport and even in constructional materials. Now some of the common animals which are found in this region are lions, tigers, elephants, langurs and monkeys. So this was about the tropical deciduous forest. Now third type is the temperate evergreen forest. So temperate evergreen forests are located in the mid-latitudinal coastal region. They are commonly found along the eastern margin of the continents, for example in southeast USA, South China and in southeast Brazil. They comprise both hard and soft wood trees like oak, pine, eucalyptus, etc. Now after discussing about the temperate evergreen forest, let us move on to talk about the temperate deciduous forest. Now as we go towards higher latitudes, there are more temperate deciduous forests. These are found in northeastern part of USA, China, New Zealand, Chile, and also found in the coastal regions of Western Europe. They shed their leaves in the dry season, and some of the commonly found trees here are the oak, ash, beech, etc. Similarly, some commonly found animals are the wolves, fox, deer. And some birds which are found here are moners, peasants, etc. So, after discussing about the temperate deciduous forest, let us move on to talk about the Mediterranean vegetation. Now, the west and southwest margins of the continents have Mediterranean vegetation, whereas the east and northeast margins of the continents are covered by the temperate evergreen and deciduous trees. Now, it is mostly found in the areas around the Mediterranean Sea in Europe, Africa, and Asia. Hence, the name Mediterranean vegetation. Now, this kind of vegetation is also found outside the actual Mediterranean region in California, in USA, Southwest Africa, Southwestern South America, and Southwest Australia. So, these regions are marked for hot, dry summers and mild, rainy winters. Citrus fruits such as oranges, figs, olives, and grapes are commonly cultivated here. However, there isn't much wildlife here. Mediterranean trees adapt themselves to dry summers with the help of their thick barks and wax coated leaves, which help them reduce the transpiration. And Mediterranean regions are known as orchids of the world for their fruit cultivation. So, this was about the Mediterranean vegetation. In the higher latitudes, 50 degree to 70 degree of northern hemisphere, the spectacular coniferous forests are found. These are also called the taiga. These forests are also seen in the higher altitudes. They are tall softwood evergreen trees, and the woods of these trees are very useful for making pulp, which is again used for manufacturing paper and newsprint. Matchboxes and packing boxes are also made from softwood. Fir, pine, cedar are important variety of trees in these forests. Silver fox, minks, polar bear are some of the commonly found animals in this type of forest, that is the coniferous forest. So, after discussing about the coniferous forest, let us move on to talk about the grasslands. Now, grasslands are classified into two. First, tropical grasslands. Second, temperate grasslands. Tropical grasslands occur on either side of the equator and extends till the tropics. Now, this vegetation grows in the areas of moderate to low amount of rainfall. The grass can grow very tall, that is about 3 to 4 meters in height. Now, the savanna grasslands of Africa are of this type. Some of the commonly found animals in the tropical grasslands are the zebras, elephants, giraffe, deer, leopards, etc. So this was about the first category, that is the tropical grassland. Now let us discuss about the temperate grasslands. So temperate grasslands are found in the mid-latitudinal zones and in the interior part of the continents. Now usually the grass here is short and nutritious. Wild buffaloes, bisons, antelopes are some of the commonly found animals in the temperate region. Now, apart from this classification, grasslands are known by different names in different regions. For example, in tropical grasslands, in East Africa, it is savanna. In Brazil, it is campos. In Venezuela, it is llanos. Similarly, in temperate grasslands, Argentina, pampas. North America, prairie. South Africa, veld. Central Asia, steppe. Australia, down. So these are the different types of names in different regions for the different grasslands, that is the tropical grasslands and the temperate grasslands. So next we are going to talk about the thorny bushes. Now these are found in the dry desert-like regions, and tropical deserts are located on the western margins of the continents. Also, the vegetation cover is very scarce here because of the scarcity of rain and the scorching heat. So this is about the forests. Now the last part was about the condition of natural vegetation in polar region. So in polar region, you will find the place to be extremely cold. Therefore, the growth of natural vegetation is very limited here. Only mosses, lichens and very small shrubs can be found here. It grows during the very short summer period. Now this is called the tundra type of vegetation. This vegetation is found in the polar areas of Europe, Asia and North America. The animals have here thick fur and thick skin to protect themselves from the cold climatic conditions. Similarly, the examples of such animals are seal, walrus, musk oxen, Arctic owl, polar bear and snow foxes. These are some of the animals which are found here. So this was about the topic, that is the natural vegetation and wildlife.